are. That was a great story. As far as your speech construction goes, you told your story as a story should be told. You just started right into it and shared with us how you saw this puppy in the parking lot. The puppy. And our hearts were melted when we heard that you actually got out of the car and were looking around for it. So the story in and of itself was terrific. I appreciate your tenacity in trying to find the owner for that puppy. One thing I would suggest is that you might tell us what the puppy looked like. I've seen a lot of puppies. Some of them you can hold like this, like a little kitten, and some of them are like this big with gigantic paws, you know, and you see the paws and go, man, you didn't have your hands full. That thing goes into his paws, right? So it really could have melted our hearts with his telling us about his sad eyes, you know, he's lost. And how could you tell he was lost? Because you could tell by that sad expression on his face and his color and his hair. For some of you dog lovers in the room, I'm sure that would have really meant a lot to you. Personally, I have 3 dogs at home, so I'm just on the fence of being a dog lover or not. Sometimes I wonder. So your objective for the speech was to interject some of your leadership skills into the story, which I felt like you were really, the red light had been on for a long time when you started to remember that you're supposed to share some leadership skills with us. So that would have been interesting if right after your introduction of how you met Charlie and you had him in the car and you're driving home, you could have shared how that applies to your leadership skills. One thing I really liked is your dialogue. You know, when you pulled in and you were talking back and forth with your wife, and she had been afraid of pets when she was a child. So I thought that was good. And your children, they didn't really know what to think. So you really could have played that up a little bit more with the dialogue. And I thought your use of the stage was kind of, you were doing a little pacing back and forth, when I thought you really could have created a hologram of that dog being underneath the wheel of your tire, and you're wondering where that dude was. So I think you really could have created a hologram for us with the finding the dog to start with, but you had good dialogue. And when you started out, I thought you were clasping your hands a little extra, but you really opened up and started using some great body language. So all in all, it was a terrific story. I think next time you tell it, if you just add a few of these insights, you're really going to have the audience in your hands.